The views expressed in this podcast are exclusive to its hosts and do not reflect the views of Dragon Wagon Radio, any of its personnel, or quite frankly, anyone with a fully formed brain. Marky, Xtreme, and Skeeter Skyflyer are not role models. They're not even real. They're idiots, and this show should not be listened to by anyone.
It's hardcore. It's uncensored. It's on your mark with Mark E. Xtreme.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to On Your Mark, the only show hosted by 15-plus year undefeated backyard wrestling champion Marky Xtreme and his student, me, Skeeter Skyflyer, talking about the wrestling business. So obviously this show ain't no joke. Ain't that right, Marky Xtreme?
There ain't no goddamn joke about it. I mean, look at me. Look at Skeeter Sky. Okay, Skeeter Skyflyer is kind of a joke if you look at him long enough. He's like one of them goddamn Rorschach chests where you look at it long enough, start seeing weird shit. You need to get a face transplant.
I'm waiting for a donor.
Well, keep waiting. I don't know anybody's face that they'd want on your body, but yeah, I'm very excited to be here. No joke about it, Skeeter.
Oh, this is going to be great. We got another episode. We're on video and we're on audio, so you can see or listen to us, but you can't smell us yet. We're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on that shit. That'd be fucking, well, at times that'd be sick. You know, you get the right person in here. But most of the time it smells like a goddamn cesspool in here. But you could see me do things like the suck it sign or the force late to live NWO. I'm not going to too sweet you even through the computer. Cardona virus is running rampant on this planet right now.
Well, thank you to Dragon Wagon Radio for hosting the show where they keep it uncensored so Marky Xtreme can get all the swears out of his body.
Shitty titty.
This week, we're talking all about Danhausen.
Fuck off. Fuck it. This is a joke. That's it.
No, I just said at the top of the show.
Shut the fuck up.
This show is not a joke.
I agree.
It's a joke. It's not a joke.
I agree. We want people to realize that there's nothing funny about this show. That this show is not a joke. So why are we going to do topics all about wrestlers that are a joke? That the wrestlers, quote unquote. Let me rephrase that. Quote unquote wrestlers. That's
Bunny Rabbit.
No, that's a fucking air quotes.
That's Bunny Rabbit.
Oh, are you? I wish I was in person with you. I would chop the shit out of you right now.
Little bunny foo hopping through the forest.
Stop. The day that we get to do this video podcast in person, I'm going to chop the shit out of you. And I'm going to create a list of how many chops that I have to add up. So that's one for the list. Now, I'm a little pissed off right now because we want people to take this show seriously, don't we, Skeeter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So why are we doing topics about wrestlers that don't take this business seriously?
What else is everybody talking about right now?
I don't want to say publicly.
What
people are talking about in the business right now?
Yeah, what they talking about right now?
The Brian Kendrick has said crazy stuff.
Hadn't he always said crazy stuff?
Exactly. I know. It's what are people, should people be shocked?
Didn't you broke that story a long time ago.
2014, or my shoot interview with Brian Kendrick. He's talking about
you're
lizard people.
Now?
I don't think it's about me, of course. You know, I kind of hoped it was. Take all this out because I don't know if we should put this in. 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Well, everybody's talking about Danhausen because he's one of the newest wrestlers in AEW.
Danhausen, very, very evil, very nice. Oh, I paint my face. Fucking, you're disgracing the greats in this business, Danhausen, that have painted their face. I wanted to paint my face until goddamn Danhausen ruined it for everybody.
I don't think he ruined anything. He only made things gooder.
Yeah, you wouldn't know shit about making things good.
Unlike Danhausen, who was born Donovan Danhausen on August 17th, 1990 in Detroit, Michigan. That's where WCW's RoboCop was born.
I think they do both born.
And from now on, this episode, I think You can just call me Skeeter Hausen, and I'll call you Marky Hausen.
There ain't if you call me fucking Marky Hausen, I will order a fleet of fucking pack of hunting dogs to come and break in your house and chew your fucking face off.
I wouldn't. I mean, honey dogs sound pretty cool.
Hunting. I didn't say.
Don't you want to get licked by a honey dog?
I didn't. Skeeter, you're trying to fucking piss me off. I swear sometimes you try to do you try to piss me off sometimes, like on purpose?
No, I thought you was talking about honey dogs.
Yeah, two chops.
You gonna chop a honey dog, your hand gonna get sticky.
I would never chop a hunt. There's no such thing as a honey dog.
Why did you bring it up?
I said hunting.
So hunting dogs hunt honey dogs?
Fucking continue this show. I already got it. You've already given me stress shits.
Danhausen was trained by Jimmy Jacobs and Truth Martini. He made his debut on October 18th, 2013, where he's wrestled for Black Label Pro Wrestling, Freelance Underground Wrestling, and even Ring of Honor. He might be like Brock Lesnar. He has done everything so quick. He's like a big ball of fire.
Good for him. You know who else did things quick in this business? Marky
Brock Lesnar.
Xtreme. No, Marky Xtreme. Who won the world's championship? Still has it 15 years later, but who won it in their first match in this business?
The Giant.
That's not facts. And
In WCW, didn't he win it?
You're
in
fired.
The first one?
You're fired because anytime that we don't give out the facts on this podcast, you know that's taken away the credibility of the respectability and the credibility of what we do, and so you're fired.
I'm not fired. Didn't
Because you released something that's not facts on a podcast, and that I believe should never happen. It's 2022.
But can we talk about ideas sometimes and just get ideas out there and just discuss things and be open to conversation?
Not if they're not facts. I've never said anything in my life that's not factual.
So what's the facts?
What were we talking about?
The Giant and WCW?
The Giant Giant's not the Giant no more. He's the Paul White. And he's not a champion. And he lost that belt a long time ago.
He did?
Did you not watch WCW during the Kick-Ass era?
I forget. I thought Shane McMahon bought him.
Yeah, Shane McMahon did buy him. But this was before that. It was a couple years before when the Giant was a champion. And then Hollywood Hogan, Too Life for Sweet, came in there and fucking leg dropped him to the belt and then spray painted the belt. Remember that? That's
not okay. That's a championship title. You shouldn't do that to a title. What if someone spray painted your belt?
Well, if it was Hollywood Hogan or if it was Kevin Nash or Scott Hall,
Or
I
the
would
Giant.
When the Giant was in the NWO, sure.
What if he did it now when he's Paul White?
No, that's infringing on trademarks. You can't spray paint belts if you're not in the NWO.
Where do you have your title with you?
Yeah, always.
What if someone spray painted it? What would you want them to spray paint? Where?
Well, I mean, somebody already defamed it, but it's kind of sick. Marty Jannetty signed it right here. That's just starting to fucking. You see that?
Yeah.
It's starting to look disgusting. It's like he signed
Marty
it with a
Jannetty?
shit pen. What?
Are you talking about Marty Jannetty?
No, I'm talking about his signature on here.
Oh, I thought you said he started to look gross now.
No, I didn't say that. Don't.
That's what you said.
Don't put out shit out there that's going to get me in trouble.
You said Marty Jannetty looks.
Have you not
gross
seen
now.
lately what happens to people when they say dumb shit on podcasts?
No.
Okay, you say dumb shit on podcasts, then it gets out there. You lose opportunities. I can't afford to lose any opportunity right now, even though I am thriving and I'm fucking kicking ass, taking names and kissing babies. I can't afford to lose any opportunity that may be coming, may be ready for me or maybe presenting itself.
Wait. So if good opportunities happen, then I get to come with you.
You get to carry my bags. You get to buy your own ticket. You get to buy your own hotel room. You can come with me, but you're not walking in the ring with me. You're going to carry my bags and clean up my shit.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Oh, great. I'm glad you're fine with that.
One of the things that Danhausen is most known for is his obsession with teeth. He has been known to steal teeth from people. Danhausen also carries teeth around in a jar and threatens to feed them to his opponents. What are your thoughts on Danhausen feeding teeth to people, Marquis Xtreme?
Fucking disgusting. It's Now, don't get me wrong. I've experimented using human body parts and human bodily functions as weapons and in a match, you know. But I quickly realized that the audience didn't. Okay, maybe I should clarify. There was one night I was about to go out to the ring. I'd tell stop me if I've said this one before. I was about to go out to the ring, and you know the ring is the backyard. I was about to have a knock him out, drag him out match with Gary the King Baller, and Yoko Zubaz, like he did almost on a nightly basis, had explosive diarrhea in the garage. And I had, you know, I was like, because every time I go out there, Skeeter, and you know, I'm trying to give people a memory to take home with them. You know, so I want to give them something, you know, to go home with, whether it's, you know, being covered in Marquis Xtreme's blood. And, you know, what kid isn't excited to go home with just blood of mine all over him? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to amp it up tonight. I'm going to come out there and I'm going to, you know how some wrestlers would come out there and throw t-shirts. They throw, Bret Hart would put his glasses on a little kid.
Mr. Perfect would throw gum at children.
Yeah, exactly. I took 2 scoops, handfuls of Yoko Zubaz's warm, wet shit. And I went out there and I went, ah! And just fucking all over the kids. Some kids caught it in the mouth, had a E. coli, and a doctor that told me a couple weeks later, he's like, I've never seen a kid get E. coli quicker than he did on that night. And, you know, that warms my heart. And, you know, so I have experimented with using human body parts, human functions as weapons or part of the show, but I won't again because we, as you remember, a couple of the parents that were there that night didn't find it as entertaining as I thought it was, and dropped a little lawsuit that we are conveniently avoiding. And so don't worry, Marquis Xtreme isn't gonna fucking use shit anymore in his matches. He isn't gonna use shit anymore in his matches, right, Skeeter?
You gonna use boogers?
No, I was doing a little thing to. I promise I won't use shit anymore in my matches.
What's happening to your face?
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, but to go to the Danhausen teeth. If Danhausen tries to come and take my teeth, he's going to look like the fucking ghost that he tries to pretend to be, because I'm going to kill him.
That's bold words, Marquis Hausen.
Don't ever call me Marquis Hausen. And that sounds fucking stupid. On my birth certificate, it says Marquis Xtreme, and that's what you legally have to call me.
Didn't it say in spray paint though?
What?
Doesn't it say it in spray paint?
Yeah, so that's how you legally change your name. Spray paint your birth certificate to what you wanted to say. So I did that.
Do you think Danhausen's obsession with teeth is like your obsession with Twinkies, Marquis Hausen?
Okay, first of all, I don't have an obsession with Twinkies. People stop fucking tweeting me pictures of Twinkies. Despite what Skeeter may say, I don't save all the pictures of Twinkies to my cell phone. My wallpaper on my phone isn't a Twinkie. You know, whatever you may think, it's just, I don't have an obsession with Twinkies, so just stop.
Are you looking at pictures of Twinkies right now?
I am only because there's a good deal on them at fucking Target. And no, I don't have an obsession with Twinkies. I don't know if Danhausen may have an obsession with teeth because he's a fucking weirdo that paints his face and makes a joke of my business and gets opportunities. Oh, how funny is that? Someone that takes his business more seriously than anybody can't get a fucking jerk off curtain match. What do you got that dumb look on your face?
I didn't know that was the end of the sentence. You just were talking and then you
sometimes
like that.
Sometimes I can't finish the sentence. Sometimes I don't know what else to say. Sometimes my brain just stops working because I believe I've had more concussions than a fucking cat in a rainstorm.
I understand.
And so sometimes I just like, yeah, I have more to say, but I'm going to stop right here.
Have you ever found teeth in Twinkies?
Haven't found teeth in Twinkies, but I have found foreign objects. Yeah.
So, like a Swedish meatball?
Well, let's just say I've found human excretions.
What's that?
I found seamlins. Not of me. I was like, whoa, my God, a fresh Twinkie. This package looks ravaged. Why is it sitting in the public? In the living room, on the couch. Why are there candles and rose petals all around it? This is when people are over and they're like, what's that? And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what that is. Why is R. Kelly playing? Why,
Kelly.
What?
Kelly.
No, the musician R. Kelly. And it picked up the
Her name's
Twinkie.
Kelly.
Shut the fuck up. You don't know what I'm talking about. We're on two different wavelengths. I pick up the Twinkie and I hold it like this and out poured with Sleeman's. And I was like, how did this happen? I'm going to sue the Twinkie factory because this is unacceptable.
You going to sue them?
I already did.
What happened? Why didn't you say nothing?
I won the lawsuit and I get a, you know how there's always a shit ton of Twinkies at my house?
Yeah.
Because I get.
You got rid of your mattress.
Didn't feel like it was needed anymore. And we needed a new ring. But I get a lifetime supply of Twinkies. That's why I have so many at all times.
Then why do I still got to keep buying them for you?
Pay your dues.
That makes sense. All right.
Not a segment, not a part of the show, but you know what is a part of the show, Skeeter Skyflyer?
No.
The people that keep the roof over the backyard and the food on the table. And that is partly our skid marks on our Patreon page, but also partly the proud sponsors of this podcast. And even though this one isn't giving me money and forcing me to use them as a sponsor because they quote unquote say, you live in my fucking house, you piece of shit. Better put my company as a sponsor. My mom, Tammy's house cleaning service. Skeeter Skyflyer, you walk into your living room, you see a huge fucking stain on the floor, a shit stain on the floor, blood stain on the walls. What's your first thought?
Rub it out.
No.
Get it wet and rub it out. Just
Okay.
like Tammy's cleaning service. If you want it done right, you got to get it wet and rub it out. And I think, oh no, there's a big old mess. What's going to happen? How's this going to get gone? Well, you call up Marky Xtreme's mom, Tammy, and she will get it wet and she will rub it out right in front of you. You don't have to leave the house. You can leave the kids right there. She'll get it wet and rub it out right in front of them. No problem. It's no extra charge. You can do whatever you want. The dog can be there. Invite everybody over. She'll get it wet and rub it out.
Yeah, as much as my mom has pissed me off over the years, I will say there ain't nobody that can get it wetter or rub it out harder than my mom, Tammy. So be sure, if you make a mess or if you have a human disaster in your home, be sure to call my mom, Tammy. It's Tammy's Home Cleaning Services.
It's time for Skeeter's little known fact.
Not a fucking segment. Stop. Just...
Danhausen is an albino. You may have noticed Danhausen's face is very pale. He suffers from the same unfortunate condition as Captain Lou, where your skin gets real pale and weak that it sometimes turns into droopy rubber bands. It could happen to Danhausen any day now, and I think it's time that we pray for him.
Hi, Skeeter. I knew you were stupid, but I didn't realize you were this stupid. You think his face is just pale?
Yeah, like Captain Lou.
Do you also think Sting's face is pale?
The Sting paints his face.
It's just Sting.
The Sting.
Why did you start saying the Sting?
That's his name. The Giant.
Fuck off. The idiot I'm looking at right now. Danhausen paints his face like them, you stupid idiot.
No, I think it's because he's very nice, very evil. And that's one of the things that happens. It's a condition. Captain New Albano has it. And then it only hits wrestlers like every 30 years. And Danhausen has it. And it's bad. At any time, he might have little rubber bands coming off his ears.
I feel so bad for you that you have to go through this.
I feel bad for you too, Danhausen. I feel so bad. I'm glad we're praying right now. I feel so bad. I hope God looks over you, and I know that you're evil, but that the Lord will still keep you and bless you.
Stop.
And not let you turn into rubber bands. Yes, stop. Don't let the skin turn into rubber bands. Let it stop. Let it not happen to you.
I'm going to say it one more time. Never interrupt me as I'm speaking. Even if it is for our Lord and Slaver. Don't say amen when I'm talking.
What am I supposed to say?
You interrupted me again as I was in the middle of my thought. You're fired 3 times.
You didn't say what am I supposed to say?
Let me finish my thought. Skeeter, I'm going to say this one more time, and I need you to open your ears as much as possible and listen to me.
Okay.
Put in your fucking headphones so you can hear me. You goddamn idiot.
I can't hear you.
Headphones. Put in your headphones. Put in your headphones.
I don't know what you said, but I think if I put in my headphones, I'll be able to hear you better.
Oh my God. Okay, Skeeter. I need you to really hear me. Danhausen getting closer doesn't change anything. Stop it.
I hear you better.
Stop. God, I hate your face. I hate your fucking face.
I am waiting for a donor.
I hate you.
I love you.
Danhausen paints his face just like Sting, just like the Ultimate Warrior, and just like one of our past guests on Your Mark. So this is a perfect time and opportunity to take a little quick trip back into the vault where we interviewed somebody who claims to be my father, but I know he never is and never will be. Crazy Steve!
From the vault.
Crazy Steve, if you are one of those crazy, are you one of those crazy?
This is nice. It's nice. Go on. Sorry. Did I interrupt? Did I interrupt you? Did I break your confidence?
Yeah, I just was going to ask, are you one of those crazy demon clowns that eat people? But it's pretty obvious the answer is yes. He might not be my dad. He might not be my... And you know what? If you need someone to, like, clean your ring gear, my mom can do that for you. Who might have been your former lover, but you might not be my dad. You might not be my dad. Professional. God, what did you put on my face?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Listen, go on with your questions.
Does Sting do your makeup?
Who?
Sting?
Never heard of him. Next question.
I find that very hard to believe.
From the vault.
Well, there you have it, Skeeter Skyflyer. Do you remember that weird fucking night?
That was a great night. That's so Crazy Steve's just one of the best people on all the planet.
Yeah, I think that I beg to differ.
Are you sure Danhausen paints his face?
I'm 1,000 effing percent.
Okay.
Nobody's face can look like that.
We'll see.
We'll see. What does that mean? What does that mean? We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see if the condition worsens and his
He doesn't have a condition.
Hanging off his face.
He doesn't have a condition. He has fucking discount to fucking Tammy's Arts and Crafts store, whatever the store is called. I couldn't think of it.
Your mom has an arts craft
No,
store?
Mike. Is it called Michael's or some shit?
Michael's.
It's a fucking store with paints and sticks and cotton balls and shit.
You talking about Hobby Lobby?
Yes, whatever.
That's a fun store. They got toy horses.
Oh, the photo. Cool. Good for you.
Thanks.
Go there and live there.
It's not allowed. Danhausen says he is very nice, very evil, and does everything for monies. He wants to get all the monies. We all know that you're not evil, Marky Hausen. You're a hero to all of us regular humans. But what is more important to you, Marky Hausen? Being a good guy or the monies?
You know, Skeeter, I think that, and I want to thank you for that because I do agree. I think I'm a hero. You know, at the end of the day, I came out of my mama's vagina swinging a kendo stick because I came into this world to inspire. I came into this world to entertain, and I came in this world to extreme. And I think, for me, I think we live in a world that I can be both an inspiring public figure, role model, and get all the money. You know, like Scott Hall said it best, I'm in this business to make friends and to make money. And I agree that I'm in the same boat. And I'm also in this business to inspire, to touch children.
Since when did you get a boat to touch children?
Huh?
You got a boat to touch children?
When did I say a boat to touch children? I want to touch children.
You're in a boat. You
What?
got a boat. So you got a boat and you touch children in your boat?
Never said that. When did I even say that?
You said you're in a boat, and Scott Hall has a boat. Whether you guys got the same boat or not, I don't know. If it's two separate boats, I ain't never been in the boat.
Never
or seen
said
the
a boat. Never said a boat.
You said a boat.
No, I never said anything about a fucking boat.
You said we's in the same boat.
It's a figure of speech.
A boat?
No, the phrase, we're in the same boat.
Yeah, you's in the same boat.
Oh, for
Would
fuck's
you-
sake. Sometimes I want to take a fucking grenade and shove it up your asshole.
We're going to do that on a boat.
Maybe.
Okay, well, it's going to get ruined, and then it's going to sink, and then Scott Hall's going to be mad at you because you guys was in the same boat.
Now the boat would realize how much of a fucking idiot you are and let it fucking I don't know. I could fucking shit. God dang.
All right, then you go ahead and keep talking about touching children then. Fine, if you don't want to talk about this boat.
I'm dead. Whoa. Okay. Whew. Backtrack. I said I touch children. I'm not. Okay. These are one of these things that the quote's going to get out there and it's going to be taken the wrong way. I never said anything about touching children. I mean,
Yeah,
emotion.
you did. You touched children while you're in a boat with Scott Hall with a grenade up my
Oh
butt.
my God. Stop. Skeeter.
What'd I say?
3, 2, 1. Stop the recording. Stop the recording. Stop the video. Okay, everything stopped. Did you stop everything?
Yep.
Okay. You don't have to put your hand up. It doesn't fucking matter. Skeeter
It's
Skyflyer.
facial recognition is the
Do you
future.
realize what happened to the Brian Kendrick? He had a match on AEW. Some crazy shit he said about lizards and fucking lizards or whatever came out, and he lost his opportunity. Do you realize what would happen if the fucking quote that you just said about me came out that says I like to goddamn touch children on the Titanic with Razor Ramon or whatever the fuck you said? If that comes out, my career could be ruined. Now, I want you to take that out of the recording and the video. I want you to start the 3, 2, 1 when we come back. I want you to say something way better, way cleaner about me that will not ruin my career. In fact, I want you to say something that will put me in a better light. Fuck the kids. I don't give a fuck about kids. I only give a fuck about me, but I need the world to think that I fucking care about kids. But fuck kids.
Okay.
Do you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, 3, 2, 1, say something very fucking good about me. 3, 2, 1, start the recording.
Hey Hey, everybody. Marky Xtreme says F kids. It's all about him, and he's got it. They're on their own, and they can buy their own boat because he's friends with Scott Hall. So, did you know that in collaboration with Rootless Coffee Company, Danhausen launched a signature coffee called Danhausen Coffeehausen? Marky Xtreme, you won't let me drink coffee, but will you buy Danhausen Coffeehausen and drink it and tell me what it tastes like?
Do you realize what you've just done?
Yeah, I asked you to buy.
I'll buy some fucking Danhausen coffee and pour the scalding coffee on over your face because I don't think you realize what you've just done. I've spent the last better part of 15 plus years building an empire and a legacy, inspiring and touching children, and you just ruined all of it. I don't know why I'm even doing the show anymore.
What? I mean, I know you won't let me drink coffee, but I didn't know it was that bad.
I'm not talking about coffee. I'm talking about everything I've ever worked for. When that quote comes out that you said about me, that I would never say anything like that. And you hear me, everybody listening or watching at home, I would never say anything like that. So.
Oh, did you want to do this thing again?
I don't know what that is.
That's when you were doing
frankly,
that earlier,
I'm offended
when
because
you're like bunny rabbits.
Okay, and frankly, I'm offended because some people's faces do that and they can't help it. I don't even know why. There's no reason for me to continue this podcast. There's no reason for me to do this next commercial. There's no reason for me to promote the On Your Mark podcast t-shirt store over at OnYourMarkShow.com, Skeeter, Skyflyer. If you were wanting to get one of our cool podcast exclusive t-shirts, where might you get one of those shirts? I've already said the link. God!
On the internet, DragonWagonShop.com. You go there, you see On Your Mark, and then it's got a store there, and it's got all kinds of stuff. It's got mugs and masks and t-shirts and all kinds of fun stuff. You can get the art from this show. You can get a toll ride shirt. You can get a bunch of fun stuff. And you can also wear masks because everybody likes wearing those now because it's cold out and they want to keep their face warm. Or you can get a mug where you can drink warm stuff in there, like Danhausen Coffeehausen, which Marky Xtreme's going to buy and taste it and then pour it down my face. Oh, it's so great. It's just a great shop if you want to get stuff as a gift or you get a little something for yourself. Spoil yourself. You earned it.
On Your Mark podcast exclusive shirts. Go get one. Or don't. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. Nobody's listening anymore because they're so offended and they tuned out.
A lot of people say Danhausen is super duper funny. What makes him so funny?
Maybe because he's making a joke of this business.
Podcasting?
Well, we podcast and we're not a fucking joke.
I know. But I didn't know he has a podcast.
Didn't say he had a podcast. I'm saying that
you said this business.
Saying that he paints his face. He goes out there being this supernatural monster character. You think anybody believes anybody that goes out into the ring and says, "I'm a monster. I'm not a human"? What are you supposed to? We supposed to fucking believe that? I try to make people believe everything I do in this business because, I mean, everything I do out there is real.
You're the most real person I ever met.
I agree.
Also, is it funny when a person says they're a wrestler, wears a goofy outfit, and talks in a super silly way?
I think it's not only is it funny, it's also offensive to people that like me that fucking take this business seriously.
Oh.
I mean, look at me. Do I look like a fucking joke?
Nope.
Thank you. I agree.
Do I look like a joke?
You look like more than a joke. You look like a fucking punchline.
Thank you.
Anyways, if I ever sat down with Danhausen, I would look him square in the face and I'd say, "Get out of my business." That's what I'd say.
You talking about podcasting or wrestling?
I'd talk it about my business.
Wait, is that like a Twinkie thing?
Why does everything got to be a Twinkie thing? I don't get it.
I don't. You have a lot of businesses, so I didn't know if you started a Twinkie business.
I haven't started. I occasionally like to have a snack, a Twinkie. What is it? Got to be something fucking weird. Everybody's making it weird. I don't do anything with Twinkies. I haven't tried to impregnate one. It's not scientifically possible. Trust me, I've researched it. I don't get it. People need to fucking drop it and leave me alone.
What you drinking?
Hawaiian fucking punch.
Camp some?
Hell no. I ain't. And don't ever drink. Do you drink after me?
Well, you just drank, so if I drink right now, I'd be drinking after you.
No, you don't get what I'm saying. The coronavirus is still running rampant, and don't drink it. Okay, everybody watching at home, don't drink after people. Don't open doorknobs with your fucking mouth. Don't fucking taste test fucking toilet seats. You know, don't do the fucking shit that we used to do. The world is different, so fucking get your shit together.
You should write these down or something.
Well, I said them. Your job is to write shit down.
I don't have any paper and a pen.
I am not doing that this week. I'm not your fucking assistant.
I know, but it'd be helpful if you wrote it down because you have
Write
paper
this
and
down.
pen. I can't. I don't have any paper and pen.
Write that down.
I don't have any paper and pen.
Well, get one. Your job is my assistant, and you're supposed to do things like that.
If you wrote it down, then I wouldn't forget it.
If you fucking back talk me again, I will fire. You're fired for the fourth time.
What? How can you fire me if I can't remember something because I didn't write it down with paper and pen? Because I don't have paper and pen, so I need someone to write down. I need a paper and pen.
Take brain vitamins if you can't remember shit.
You hid all the Marky Xtreme gummies because you said I was eating too many.
Yeah, you're getting kidney stones on a weekly basis. Slow down.
Danhausen made his All Elite Wrestling debut during a special episode of Dynamite called Beach Break on January 26, 2022. He appeared during the Lights Out match between Orange Cassidy and Adam Cole and put a curse on Cole. Hours later, AEW president Tony Khan announced that Danhausen had signed with the company. That's pretty great news to start off the new year, don't you think, Marky Xtreme?
No, it isn't. It's disgusting. One, I'm going to say if anybody ever tried to put a curse on me, suck my asshole. Two, it's just kind of sad to me that somebody comes into a company, tries to ruin other people's lives by putting curses on them. I don't take curses very seriously. Have I ever cursed?
Yes.
Never once. I would never curse anybody.
You say a lot of curses.
No, I'm talking, fucking forget it. 3, it's just funny that, I'm going to say this out there, and maybe this is something that we should clip and put out as a little pipe bomb out there. I'm going to say it. I don't like how Tony Khan runs his business. As a business owner, I've been running Backyard Wrestling Entertainment for 15 plus years, fucking thriving, pulling in sell out, knock them out, drag them out crowds, leave the fans going home happy every night, except the one night that I decided to throw fecal matter on people. I don't like how Tony Khan runs his business. Somebody come out there like Danhausen, who's making a mockery of a joke of my business, puts a curse on somebody. Oh, and then he's rewarded for his horrible actions. Oh, I like that you curse somebody, almost ruin their life and their future. Guy has a family, and I'm going to reward you with a contract? What, should I go out there and fucking piss on a little kid? Will that give me a fucking contract? Maybe I should. Maybe I should jump the fucking barricade at AEW and piss on a damn kid. And maybe I'll get a contract. I guess that's how things works in AEW.
I don't think that's how they work.
Well, pretty much.
I don't.
You're rewarded for bad behavior in AEW, and you're given a contract. And so maybe I should go in there and be the fucking baddest of them all.
I think, okay, you bring up a good point. Not about the peeing on kids, but you're right. Adam Cole has a family. He's got his girlfriend, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Adam Cole's baby. And Danhausen cursed them. That's not right.
It's not. No. But you know what? I'm going to say it. Good for Danhausen. He went in there. He did some, he was evil, did some bad things, got a contract. Who am I to judge? You know, but maybe Marky Xtreme should jump the barricade, piss on a fucking kid, be fucking just as evil, more evil, and maybe I'll get a fucking lifetime contract. Maybe I'll get a fucking main event spot at Double or Nothing. You know what? They don't call me the most unprofessional wrestler for fucking nothing. You know?
Maybe be an EVP. An executive
Maybe I will.
vice
Maybe I'll get to
peer.
run the fucking show. Lord knows I'd do it better.
Marky Xtreme, whose curses are more powerful, Papa Shango or Danhausen?
God in heaven. Danhausen wouldn't flick a bean to Papa Shango.
What?
It's another figure of speech. But Papa Shango would fucking destroy Danhausen with curses.
Like what? What would he do?
His curses are more evil, more strong, more powerful. Doesn't even fucking shine a light on it.
What do you think Papa Shango would do to Danhausen?
He would do a more crazy, evil curse.
Like what? Turn his hair into noodles?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I've never fucking researched Papa Shango's book of curses. I just know my own curses that I've never done that I'm holding back on people. And from what I've heard from the community of people that you know practice curses, that Papa Shango's is at the top of the mountain, the most powerful, most evil.
Can we take a look at his book of curses?
Nope.
Why
You
not?
can't, because you're not allowed to touch another man's curse.
What?
You cannot. Every man that practices curses has their own book of curses
Yeah.
that they create over time. You know, once they create curses, they write it in their book of curses. You can't touch another man's curse.
What if you're tag team partners?
That is a good question. I've never thought about that or researched that. I'll look into it.
Okay.
But we're not tag team partners, so what the fuck does it matter?
We are basically in a faction, though.
What faction are we in?
On Your Mark Wrestling Podcast faction?
Not a faction. It's my business. It's my empire, and you're just one of my employees.
This is our business.
It's my business.
Yeah, but I'm in it.
Nah, no, you're not.
I'm in it. I'm in the box.
Shut the fuck up.
This has been a great episode, I think.
Has
We
it been?
Yes. Marky Hausen, I think this has been one of our best.
That's a good Hawaiian punch.
What would you say to Skeeter Hausen about it?
What would I say to Skeeter Hausen? I would say that this was a fucking horrible episode and my career is over and there's no reason to do the next one. But let me guess, we're going to have another one next week.
Yeah. And the week after, and the week after, and the week after, until you have another mental breakdown, then we have to take another break.
Yeah, well, that's in ticking time, Mom. Could happen at any time.
Well, that's something to look forward to, everybody. And thank you to Dragon Wagon Radio for this show and other shows like the House Show, a live concert series featuring performances and conversations with incredible singer-songwriters. Get the experience of an intimate concert in your living room. We should get Disturbed.
Fuck yeah, that'd be sick. Or Stained. Or Papa
No.
Roach.
Your mom would take care of Stained.
Oh my god. Ugh, it makes me so
She would
fucking...
get Stained wet and rub it out.
Continue, Skeeter. I got a shit.
And be sure to check out Apple Podcasts. They're the best. Check out Apple Podcasts and give a rate and review to this show. That helps out the show a huge way. Then it makes all the other shows like Vince Russo and Eric Bischoff. Like if you're looking at this, they're all like up here, and then it helps us go up here, and then we like push them down and go, yeah, you're down here now.
Yeah, that's a very crystal clear explanation.
And go on our Patreon, patreon.com/OYM show, where you can get all sorts of fun exclusives. It's another great way to help out the show. And you get extreme shout outs on this very show. Ain't that right, Marky Xtreme?
That's right, Skeeter Skyflyer. And, be as part of being our Patreon page and being a legal and official skid mark, you're not only going to be getting a shout out soon, you're going to be getting a lot of new exclusive perks. So make sure you go over to patreon.com/OYM show. But right now, it's time for the shout outs. And the shout outs this week are as follows: Kevin Hirth, Bruce Harmeyer, Melissa Mayette, Jason K, Tim Redbeard, Rick Conley, Mr. Blix, and Miguel Diaz. Skeeter Skyflyer, those are the fine skid marks that on a weekly basis keep the roof over the backyard and the food on the table before I could body slam bitches through it. And ladies and gentlemen, don't get your all titties in a bunch. If you want to be a part of that Press Legis list, march your happy ass on over right now to patreon.com/OYM show.
In closing, do you think Darby Allin made a mistake in AEW by tag teaming with The Sting instead of waiting for Danhausen to show up? They could both be very nice, very evil.
Okay, first of all, that was the dumbest fucking question you ever asked me, and it's just Sting. It's not the Sting.
The Sting.
And no, Darby Allin, it was the smartest move you've ever made. If I was ever presented with the opportunity to tag team with Sting, I would drop everything I was doing. I would paint my face and change my life, and I would marry him if he asked. What? Huh? I blacked out. I don't remember what happened.
You said
there.
you marry the Sting.
I don't remember what I just said because I went into a trance and I blacked out.
So
Do you think
like
Danhausen has put a curse on me through this podcast?
Maybe. Once he watches it, he probably will. Maybe he won't put a curse on me, though. Danhausen, don't put a curse on me. But if you put a curse on Mikey Extreme, that'd be pretty exciting.
Danhausen, if you put a curse on me, take the curse off right now. I got to take a shit and I feel like my asshole's locked shut.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully we hear from Danhausen. Hopefully everybody lets Danhausen know we did an episode all about him and he want to check it out. Maybe he'll want to be on the show. Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with a brand new episode next week. Bye-bye.
Take the shit curse off me, Danhausen.
Dragon Wagon.